Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am doing a reading from a divine masculine to a divine feminine. So this is meant to be a twin flame reading. However, this is not necessarily a collective reading. So what this means is this reading will be intended for specific people or individuals who will be drawn to this particular video and who will find resonance with the messages. Now, with that being said, be sure to only take what resonates with you personally, because I do tend to channel many different forms of specific twin flame connection through these, what I'm calling mini reading videos. And I call them mini readings because I do larger scale and more in-depth twin flame collective readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and those are posted at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on those days. So be sure to check back on those times and days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you would like to tune in to our more general collective twin flame readings and energy updates. Also, be sure to like this video and also double check that you are subscribed, because by liking and subscribing, this virtually transmits your energy to me, and this actually allows me to pick up more specifically on you and your situation. And also by being subscribed, I'm actually able to bring forth more relevant content, videos, and information in the future for you. Appreciation in the upright position. And I really heard admiration from this card and someone wanting to be vocal about admiration, because this card is on the throat chakra. And I also feel this kind of silent admiration. So I'm getting the feeling that there is a divine masculine here feeling a lot of admiration for a divine feminine, but not necessarily feeling confident enough to be vocal about that admiration at this time. Broken hearts in the upright position. Admiration combined with brokenheartedness. This is really interesting. So for some, this could be this masculine's heart literally breaking open with feelings of overwhelming love for the feminine. I'm also hearing, though, this literally could mean that this masculine is feeling heartbroken about something that he is seeing going on in the divine feminine's life. I'm specifically hearing there could be a divine feminine who is connecting with another masculine energy or who is with someone else, although that won't be for everyone. I'm also hearing that this could be a masculine who broke his own heart. I'm hearing by not pursuing this divine feminine as much as he now wishes that he should have. I'm hearing it was both of us, but mostly me, like this feeling of we both broke each other's hearts in some way, but the masculine feels that he was mostly at fault for creating what I feel to be some kind of separation, either separation in terms of physical distance, relational distance, or communication. Now, as I've been talking here, a card just flew out, so I'm going to get that now. Man holding a heart in the reverse position. Interesting. And also second chakra in the upright position. A lot happening in the sacral chakra of this masculine. I hear you deserve better. I couldn't give you what you deserved. I couldn't give you what you needed. It's this feeling of regret, but also a feeling of guilt. And the action card came out here as well. I'm hearing I want to move things forward, but I don't know how at this point. And also from a different masculine, or perhaps the same one. These messages will apply to different people, but this message coming through of you wanted me to take action, but it's like I ran in the other direction because I was afraid. Magician in the Mirror in the reverse. Wow, a twin flame card coming out right here towards the beginning of this reading. This is one of the 2 twin flame cards in this energy oracle cards deck, and specifically it speaks to the balance or lack of balance in twin flame connection. And I see this card sitting on the crown chakra, coming with some kind of divine or spiritual realization, pushing its way through this masculine's consciousness is what I'm picking up on here. It's like this feeling of, I'm realizing now how imbalanced I was, or how unbalanced our connection between us was as a result of something that I was doing, either doing in the physical or doing with my energy, that created this kind of unbalanced effect. And I am going to channel more information on that later. I know that's a little vague to start. Yeah, walking away in the upright position, I see this masculine saying, it's like, I now realize the imbalance within me is what caused me to disconnect, distance myself, or walk away. But there's this feeling of almost being worried that it's too late. And I have to say, I am sensing this won't be for everyone, but for some masculine, there is definitely concern here, whether he's seeing it or whether he's just concerned about it, that the divine feminine is going to connect with other masculine energies. There's this feeling of brokenheartedness around either seeing that happen at the present or worrying that that's going to happen in the future because of the ways in which he pushed her away or didn't take action in the ways that she deserved. But it's also interesting because this masculine, although he knows that the divine feminine deserved better from him, he also has this feeling of possessiveness, like no one is good enough for you. It's like, I know that I couldn't be good enough for you. I'm kind of speaking from his perspective here. But at the same time, I also feel that no other masculine could possibly be worthy of you. You are so radiant and beautiful and magnificent. And I've always seen that within you, divine feminine. It's just that in the past, there was this imbalance within me, causing me to distance myself from you. And I am going to try to channel more information here for that as well. Now, as I'm shuffling, I do want to share with you, if you are resonating with these messages, I do sense that this masculine is going through a lot of powerful energetic shifts and this process of integration within his own energy field, which is natural and really inevitable for twin flames. This ongoing healing and integration they create within one another energetically. But to assist you with this process, regardless of whether you are the feminine or the masculine here, I have created a twin flame surrender subliminal meditation. Ooh, action just came out on the throat chakra. We'll get to that in a second. But just to quickly share with you, this twin flame surrender subliminal is designed to help twin flames to really deeply integrate and rebalance their inner masculine and inner feminine. And this is so powerful and essential for twin flames because by rebalancing your inner masculine and feminine, essentially you are connecting in the 5D with your twin, building this literal energetic union with one another that then begins to manifest in the physical as well. That reunion state must be created in your own energy first, and then it manifests physically after. And this subliminal is designed to reprogram your energy field through the subconscious mind, which really controls 95% of your thoughts and therefore your energy. So through this portal of the subconscious accessed by this subliminal, you can quickly begin to rebalance your inner masculine and feminine, form this energy union with your twin, and begin to see that show up for you in the physical as well. So this subliminal comes from my website, soundandsoulful.com. And as you can see on the screen, on this website, I've created over 100 subliminal meditations for all different areas of life. So you can click the link to explore around the website, but specifically this twin flame surrender subliminal is linked in the pinned comment and description box. And of course, you can try it out or any other subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days by creating a free trial account on my website. And again, all of that is linked below. So I pulled the action card earlier and I said that was sitting right on the throat chakra. So I see it's like this masculine has been sitting in a space of silent admiration, but he wants to change that. He wants to take some kind of action with his words, with his communication. The way in which he wants to move forward is through communication, which leads me to believe that there's been either, I'm hearing for some like a light communication, all the way to no communication between these twin flames. There is very little, if any, communication happening, or it's not happening consistently between these twins. That's what I'm picking up on. And this masculine is really, in order to come forward with this communication, being pulled, like literally pushed by his higher self, by this energetic shifting process to release his fears, because really it's the solar plexus chakra, the seat of authentic confidence, that has been holding this masculine back because he's had some kind of lack of confidence moving forward. I'm hearing like lack of confidence in himself to be able to sustain this connection and to be able to show up in the ways that he knows the divine feminine here deserves. And I'm actually getting that confusingly to the divine feminine. For some masculines, he may have actually pursued other, I don't want to say lesser feminines. When I say lesser, I'm not speaking to the value of a person. I'm speaking to the level of depth of a soul connection. So he may have pursued lesser, in that sense, feminine connections, because he had this awareness his true divine feminine deserved the absolute utmost best from him. And he had this awareness also of the imbalance within himself, preventing him from moving towards the one he wanted most, but didn't feel that he fully deserved. With Angel of Love in the upright position, sitting on the root chakra, it's like, I felt insecure by the intensity of our love, because again, there's this deep-seated feeling of unworthiness that is being shifted into a state of worthiness for this masculine, providing that solid foundation of confidence for him to step forward. And it's so funny. The walking away card reversed came out here now when it came out up right before. And I said this masculine may have distanced himself. So I see this card coming out to say he wants to come full circle and bridge that gap and bridge that distance, whatever distance he may have created between the two of you in the physical worlds. And this is coming through these crown chakra realizations and activations that have been occurring a lot recently, especially for the masculine in the last few months. And I do want to pull a few more specific message cards from the Twin Flames in Separation and the Hidden Truth Oracle deck. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away. Wow, very synchronistic. That perfectly connects with that Angel of Love card, which speaks to unconditional love. And the fact that card was on the root chakra, speaking to the fact that this masculine in the past literally felt some kind of deep-seated sense of unworthiness or insecurity, this kind of feeling of being shaken up within himself, almost unsettled, because he had this division of his consciousness where at one level he was aware of the powerful intensity of this soul bond with the divine feminine, but at the other level of consciousness, he also knew that he himself was still imbalanced and not fully ready to show up in the past, in this connection, in the ways he knew this connection deserved and demanded from him as his most deeply held soul connection, as his twin flame connection. And two more cards came out here from the Twin Flames in Separation deck. And these cards say, time passes, but my feelings don't change, even though you no longer trust me with your heart. So there could have been some betrayal or some breaking of trust here, Or this lack of trust simply could have come from the fact that this masculine created some kind of distance, and that may have broken the trust between them. But regardless, the way that this masculine is fully recognizing the truth of this soul connection is by the fact that it doesn't fade with time. I see him, it's like saying, I've tried to move on either with my life or in some cases with other people, with other places. I'm hearing a masculine specifically may have moved or gotten a new job, but nothing I did could ever fill that hole within me that was exactly in the shape and size of the connection I shared exclusively with you, Divine Feminine. And I really desire to rebuild that sense of trust between us. But there's also a slight feeling of overwhelm of how do I go about doing that at this stage? And the second card to come out here as well was, I kept up a facade to the world, but you always saw past that into my soul. So there's this realization from this masculine that only this Divine Feminine has fully ever seen him, which leads me to believe that in the past, when the two of you connected more closely in the physical, this masculine could have been living more dominantly through his ego self or his ego mind. But I see that changing. And I just had to go pick up another card. You and I were too young. So whether physically in terms of earth years, this masculine feels as though he was too young or too immature when you first connected, or when you were more deeply connected in the physical to understand this connection. Or this also could refer to lack of spiritual or emotional maturity in the past from this masculine, like I was too spiritually or emotionally immature or young to really understand and be able to grasp and step forward into our connection. But the fact this card is coming out here now, I see this awareness from the masculine and this increased spiritual depth to him. I feel he's gone through a very intense ego death experience, breaking down that so-called facade he mentioned earlier that only the Divine Feminine saw through. And I see his heart breaking open with Angel of Strength reversed coming out on the heart chakra. It's like I heard false confidence, like I had a false confidence in the past, but I wasn't really living from my heart and soul. But now it's like this connection with you has over time broken down the walls around my heart, broken open my hearts. With fourth chakra in the reverse position, this heart breaking open has also opened the sacral chakra, has opened the masculine to being capable of being emotionally open and vulnerable, because I do see that emotional vulnerability specifically could have been a challenge in the past. One of the main things preventing with happy family reversed, this card often speaks to reunion. So I see that this masculine's lack of past emotional openness, transparency, or vulnerability with the feminine could have caused a delay or prevention of the full reconnection or reunion state between them in the physical, whatever that means specifically for you. I kept putting it off. So there could be a masculine who is simply like delaying the future of this connection. I'm hearing false promises. So some Divine Feminine could have felt as though this masculine was making promises for their future that never came to pass. But I see that all of this actually pushed both of them into deeper levels of healing, because Goddess of the Moon came out here upright. So I see that the Divine Feminine in this situation, although she hasn't come out a lot in this reading yet, has been rising in her own power, in her own confidence and strength and courage in her life, realizing she's capable of standing on her own. And I see that whether she and the masculine are connected in the physical right now or not, he either sees or senses this rise of his Divine Feminine into her own power. And this is catalyzing him to continue reconnecting with his own inner Divine Feminine as well. Going back to that idea of integration, how integrating one's own inner masculine and inner feminine stabilizes this energetic union between the twins that then manifests in the physical as well. And I see that it was the Divine Feminine rising in her own power here that actually allowed this heart chakra breaking open experience for the masculine, that has allowed him to reconnect with his inner feminine and therefore integrates himself and stabilize this union on his end as well. Yeah, and the appreciation card upright coming out here again, leading us full circle. This was the first card, and now it's the last card to come out from this reading as well. Speaking to the fact that really what the Divine Masculine wants to step forward and say is how much he is admiring this shift he is either seeing or sensing within his Divine Feminine counterpart as she continues to rise in her own power, in her own confidence. So I do hope this short mini reading reached whoever needed to hear it at this time. Throughout this reading, we've been talking a lot about twin flame integration, which really happens most profoundly through the process of surrendering, especially for those of us who connect as the Divine Feminine. It is so essential for us to surrender to the divine timing and unfolding of this connection to shift us out of that chaotic feeling of needing to push or chase things into being, and to allow us to really relax into that process of self-growth, self-integration that naturally stabilizes the bond between ourselves and our twin energetically, which then of course shows up physically as well. So again, the link to the twin flame surrender subliminal is in the pinned comment and description box under this video. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel if you would like me to more easily pick up on your energy and channel more accurate readings for you in the future. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next video.